On today's episode of Cedar Springs TV Live, we're going to be taking a look at the importance of high school.
We will also be talking about mental health and the importance of it through kids and adults.
With school coming to an end, we will also be talking about summer plans.
Lastly, we will be talking about Mr. Cooper and his coaching experience.
All this and more on Cedar Springs TV Live. Now, hello, I'm Addison Wood.
And I'm Erica Subject, and welcome to another edition of Cedar Springs TV. How's your morning, Addison?
It's going good. How about you?
My morning is good as well.
Now we're going to be taking a deeper look into the importance of high school.
And
Evan Matson and Allie Smith interviewed a few people.
And here's what they have to say.
Hello, this is Evan Matson from CSTV News. Today, we're going to be reporting on the importance of high school, and we're going to be talking to some students on their thoughts. Yeah.
High school is important for students' futures because it helps you set up for success in your social life.
I think high school is important for students' futures because it sets you up for later activities and sets your career path.
High school is important for students' futures because it just basically gives people shows them where they're gonna go in life, and gives them their where they kind of teaches them where they want to go, gives them the experience.
In high school, to prepare for your future, you should definitely take classes to help you for college if that's where you want to go, to set you up for your career.
I think students in high school should study in high school to prepare for their future because studying's important.
What students should do to prepare in high school to prepare for the future? I think they should study hard and just make sure you get the good grades and pay attention, because if you mess up in high school, that's gonna be, you're screwed throughout that.
I think students should challenge themselves in school because it's important to push yourself to the limits.
I think you should definitely challenge yourself in school, but only to a certain limit, because you don't want to push yourself over and get stressed about it because you're still a teenager.
They should challenge themselves just to see what their boundaries are and where they could go in life, and to see where it could end.
After high school, I want to go to college. I don't know what I want to do, but I want to get a degree to do something.
I plan on going to trade school after high school.
In high school, I'm just studying hard and studying hard and taking the classes that will get me to where I want to go.
I took an AP class this year, and I'm doing EMC, so go college.
I'm just trying new things and a bunch of different things instead of just focusing on one thing. If I don't like it, even if I like it, I'm just gonna try different things.
This is where ZZTV should belong. The trash. ZZTV is trash.
I definitely agree with these high school students and what they had to say. It was all very well spoken and explained.
I agree. After hearing about their thoughts on high school, I think it could help people understand the importance of it.
That all sounds good, and we will be back after this short commercial break.
Are you an athlete? Do you want to play sports? Well, in order to play sports, you need a sports physical. Come down to Cedar Springs High School from 5:30 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday, May 31st for only the cost of $25 and get your sports physical. Why get a sports physical? Well, you want a sports physical because they check your temperature, your blood pressure, your heart rate, your height, your weight, your flexibility, your joints, and all those things to help you perform better in sports. Get a sports physical.
Welcome back.
Mental health seems to be a big topic at our high school, and we wanted to get some people's opinions about it.
Yes, I have definitely noticed more things around our school about mental health. For example, posters, art, and more people willing to talk.
I agree. I've also seen these things around the high school.
Now let's send it over to Keenan and Kaisa to get different views from a teacher and a student.
Hi, this is Keenan Yukanovich.
And Kaisa Mackey.
Today, we will be talking about the mental health of our students.
I think mental health is very important to students' success and what they get out of anything like academics or sports, because if you're not in the right mindset to do something, you're not going to succeed. I think school can sometimes positively and negatively affect students' mental health. I think the workload of homework that some teachers will give will, it won't help students' mental health because they'll have so much on their plate, and even if it's not a lot on their plate, it'll feel like they have a lot. And but I think it can sometimes help because you can see people around you, because there's a lot of people who don't like to leave their house in the summer, so it can positively or negatively affect in both ways. I think Cedar Springs does a decent job with students with mental health. Like, they obviously try to make it known that they have help. But I also feel like stuff like that is to have you wanting to self-improve yourself. But I don't know. I think it really just depends. I think parents or teachers, if they notice that their student or their kid does not have good mental health, if they notice that their kid or student needs help, they should try to push them in the right resource, like the school psychologist, therapist, Mrs. Paoni, push her there, or go to some sort of therapy, because I feel like a lot of people think it's all bad because they are just kind of scared to open up. But I understand it is nerve-wracking, because what you want to do is you want to try to make the student or kid comfortable, because you want them to want to self-improve, not force them to improve themselves.
Now we'll send it back to Erica
and Addison.
I think that everything was very well spoken and explained. What do you think, Erica?
I think it was interesting to see what other people think about mental health and the struggles with it.
Now we will be sending it to Ashlyn Wood to take a look at how the sports are going at Cedar Springs High School.
Thank you, Eric and Addison. Welcome to Cedar Springs Sports. This is Ashlyn Wood. It's been a very productive week for our fellow athletes here at the high school. Starting with girls varsity soccer. On Wednesday, they played South Christian, resulting in a loss 1-0. On Friday, they played Caledonia, which was also their senior night, resulting in a loss 4-1. On Monday, they played Middleville TK, winning 4-2, goals scored by Maddie Lane with 2 goals, Reagan View, and Natalie Schaefer. Our girls varsity softball team played Kennewick Hills on Saturday, resulting in a win 6-2. On Tuesday, they played South Christian, resulting in a win their first game 12-7 and a loss their second game 19-1. Our boys varsity golf team had a Rockford invite on Saturday, and they placed 17th with 395 points. On Monday, they had their OK Gold Conference meet, placing 7th with 375 points. Our boys varsity baseball team played Catholic Central on Thursday, resulting in a loss 6-5. On Monday, they played South Christian, winning 10-0. On Tuesday, they played South Christian again, resulting in a loss their first game 2-3 and a win their second game 17-4. Our girls and boys varsity track had regionals at Grand Haven on Friday. Our girls placed 10 out of 16 with 24 points, and our boys placed 12 out of 16 with 25 points. 4 of our fellow athletes are going to state. Sophomore Dylan LaFonte for long jump, sophomore Taylor Diamond, who was regional runner-up for pole vault, senior Alyssa Detweiler, who was regional champion for high jump, and senior Gabe White, who was regional runner-up for pole vault. Now we are going to take a look into Mr. Cooper's coaching career.
I coached here in Cedar and still do a little bit, and I coach in Lowell. I actually didn't start teaching. When I got out of college, I worked in business, and one of the main reasons I got back into teaching was so that I could coach. I can actually remember I was working on a project in Akron, Ohio, living out of a hotel, and I can remember in the fall of that year, like watching them practice football at night. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that. I don't want to do this. So I went back to school, finished my teaching degree, and ended up here. So when I came back, I jumped in pretty much full swing. I originally came back to coach football. Like, that was my passion. So I started coaching football here right away. I actually coached track that first year also. And then the second year I coached football, wrestling, and track, and I did that for 4 years, I think. I kind of bounced back and forth. My wife and I started having kids, so kind of as we added a kid, I subtracted a sport. But now I only coach wrestling full-time at Lowell, because football was my passion in life. I played football and I did wrestle. I dabbled in football in college a little bit, so it was definitely my primary sport. I came back to teaching to coach football. And then, like, football's all summer. I mean, football got to the point where I didn't enjoy it anymore. You know, like, we get summers off, but in order to have a good football program, after the 4th of July, football season starts, right? You're lifting 3 days a week at least. You got 7-on-7s, you got camps, you got all kinds of stuff. And we do a lot in the off season for wrestling, but wrestling's primarily in the winter. I really do enjoy the one-on-one nature of wrestling. Like, there's a team component, just kind of being the man in the arena all by yourself. There's something that is special about that. And so I've really grown to appreciate that more. Well, I obviously started coaching everything here. Kind of a weird set of circumstances got me to coaching wrestling in Lowell. But, I mean, life's complicated. You know, housing was expensive there. They offered me a job there multiple times, but couldn't pay me what I was making here. It just never made sense. You know, my kids didn't really want to move schools. So it never really made sense to make a complete move. We did end up moving. We used to live kind of on the northwest side of Cedar, and we moved to the southeast side. It cut about 20 minutes off my drive round trip. So we've made small adjustments, and there's been a lot of discussions over the years of making moves, but it'll never happen at this point. And I like teaching here, so.
As school is coming to an end, so is our sports. Our girls varsity soccer team starts their district tournament this Friday with a game against Lowell. Our girls varsity softball team has their last regular game Tuesday, May 31st against South Christian, and then they start districts. Our boys varsity golf team has their last regular invite May 31st versus Ludington High School. Our boys varsity baseball team plays Big Rapids Thursday, May 31st, and then they also start districts. Our girls and boys track has their last regular meet Wednesday, June 1st against Greenville, and then our 4 fellow athletes are going to states Saturday, June 4th at Rockford High School. After this commercial break, we will send it back to Erica and Addison.
Thank you, Ashlyn, for updating us on the sports for the rest of this week.
Good job to all the athletes and teams for your wins, and if you lost, better luck next time.
Now we will be handing it off to Aiden Cook to take a look at the weather and in Michigan, specifically in Cedar Springs.
Hi, I'm Aiden Cook from CSTV. Let's take a look at the weather. Today we have a chilly day with temperatures in the 50s throughout most of Michigan. In Grand Rapids area, we can see temperatures in the 52s. Now let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. So today and tomorrow we can see chances of storming with temperatures in the low 70s. And then into the long weekend we can see temperatures in the high 60s and also a chance of storming. On Saturday and Sunday we can see temperatures warming up a little bit with low 70s and into the 80s. Memorial Day we can see warm temperatures with 80 degrees. And then on to Monday and Tuesday we can see temperatures in the 80s also. That's all for weather. Now back to Eric and Addison.
Thank you, Aiden. The weather is looking nice this week, and finally we have a break from the heat.
I'm definitely looking forward to the cooler temperatures this week.
Now with school coming to an end, Jacob and Lauren are going to be talking about summer plans. Talking about summer plans, what are your plans for the summer?
I'm going swimming and going boating with my friends. What are your plans this summer?
I'll probably swim, bike, and hang out with some friends.
You have friends? Now let's send it off to Jacob and Lauren to take a deeper look.
Hello, I am Jacob Sotis and welcome back to CedarSpringsTV News. Today we'll be covering the topic of summer. We'll be asking people about what their plans are for the summer.
My major plans for the summer are just, sleeping, swimming, and shopping on eBay.
Spend most of the time at our cottage, and then we have a UP trip planned at the end of August before we start school.
My major plans are working a lot during the summer and weightlifting for football.
I'm planning on going out of state maybe once or twice and going to go see my family down south.
I don't know, because I like going to school to talk to people, but I don't like eating school lunches, so I'm going to be excited that I can prepare my own 5-course meals for lunch, and yeah.
This year, yes, mainly because of the COVID thing that we had to go through again this year. It just, I don't know, seems like it's been one of my most stressful years of teaching.
I'm excited for school to be over because it's summer, everyone likes summer, and we get to have fun.
Yeah, I'm excited school's going to be over because I actually need a break from school. I've never really liked it that much, but I like to see my friends and stuff. Let's go to have a break.
Yes, I will be. I will be hanging out with Scarlett, who doesn't go to this school yet, Leah, Lauren, and that's all I can think of.
A lot of time in the summer, it's friends. Mostly it's family. The cottage we go to, I've got most of my family's out there too, have cottages in the same spot, so we hang out there a lot.
I will be hanging out with my friends such as Noah Bank, maybe Jacob Soltis, some of my baseball team.
I think I'm going to hang out with a lot of my friends, probably mostly Gracie or Lorelai.
I'd like to go to Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum in Ann Arbor, Detroit again because that would be really fun. It was a silly place and I liked it.
Car dealership and buy me a new Jeep. Other words, no, not to go anywhere, I'm good.
I'd like to go to Frankenmuth because I like the German culture there and the building styles are cool.
I would like to probably go down south, maybe down to Texas once or twice.
Why? My favorite outdoor activity. I really like being inside, like sleeping in my bed. Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Basically spend time on my boat, go for walks, head to Grand Haven, Holland, North Muskegon, go to the beach and stuff. So.
Practice football because football is my favorite sport.
I really like to go fishing during the summer because it's nice to be out on the boat and on the lake, especially when it's hot. Maybe depending on the temperature, I like to go hunting a little bit, depending on what's in season.
Now with school coming to an end, I'm definitely looking forward to summer break.
I definitely agree with you. School is exhausting.
Have a fun break and we will see you next August.
Thank you for joining us on Cedar Springs TV Live. I'm Addison Wood.
And I'm Erica Sufchek.
It's a great day to be a Red Hawk.